Greetings, subscribers, haters, trolls, and tropers. I'm Mario Ponner, and welcome back to Let's Play EG. This is the finale of the game, and we're continuing through Sector X and defeating the final boss. Something terrible has happened, apparently. After Anasaxi showed up and helped us defeat Iosa, something's happening. Stuff's going down. There's an issue in the works. But Alpha Strike's been postponed, but all the ground activity is being concentrated on hunting us down, which is not good at all. We don't need to panic. The Komato says their taste has been totally exterminated, except for those guys back in the base there. Now we're only waiting for all the ships to leave. The planet, and we'll come into the Alpha Strike, which is not good either. The ones in the outpost, if I don't hurry, they're all dead too. Are you sure you're safe this time? I'm as safe as I can get. And yeah, he doesn't get bothered again. I don't want to worry about you again. Fortunately, don't. Now hurry to the general. He's already landed into Sector X, the final level, so he's got to be some here. So we need to find the general, and that's pretty much it. This last level actually takes pretty long, but you don't actually have to go through a lot of it because of a little secret we'll be getting to a bit later. And you can actually make the whole level pretty easy with that. There's a logbook here. Swearing. Iosa has fallen. Something is going very, very bad here. I don't want to stick around to find out what. I'm probably not going to show off all of this level. I might show off some of the bonus episodes, maybe not, because I just really want to get done with the game. It's been going on recording for quite a while, actually. Because Sector 9 actually... The computer blue screen when I was recording the first time around, and Sector 9's video is actually going to be 2 videos put together. The actual boss fight is something I recorded in post-commentary later after the first one edited together. Because of this cracking thing, I decided to get this finished the game real quick. This is Asha. All available units are to seek and destroy the human anomaly. High turn. Command wants to study your nanotechnology and her nanogun. The Alpha Strike's been postponed until this goal is achieved or has become decided we have lost too many forces to her. General Tor and High Command reserve the right to back out everyone who commence the Alpha Strike at any moment. Beware. Do not underestimate her under any circumstances. Bailing out. Probably a good idea. Okay, every one of us now in the Assassin Squad has read Asha's orders. And you know what? He's completely insane. He's going to take on the anomaly no matter what. I'm bailing out of this one, and I know you're all with me. Let's head up to lower orbit. Asha can do whatever he wants, and he can die whatever horrible death that crazy human's got in store for him as far as I'm concerned. Sorry, I don't have my own recording studio yet. There's like problems, issues, and things I have to deal with. I don't have any points to spend on. So I guess I gotta take this elevator up. I saw that wiring stuck in the wall. That doesn't look exactly natural. Oh look, and it's orange outside again, and it's raining acid. Yeah, the atmosphere must have gotten messed up or something. It doesn't really matter. It's not gonna stop us, it doesn't even do any damage, and here's a mobile power core. Most of the ships have gone to low orbit by now. I'm starting to feel empty here. When the sky goes white without ships charging to strike, you ain't got time to stand around and smell the corpses. This human should be reaching here soon, but she won't be getting any farther. The power cores is actually locked any doors. It's specifically built to resist the nuke nano weapon. You can't destroy the core without opening its blast doors, unless you have a certain weapon. Also, you know who is guarding with the terminals to the doors below. However, no, I gotta go in there first. But I can actually break the core right now without opening the doors because I'm awesome. But I'm gonna read this first. I think I know why we're so determined to catch her dead or alive. First off, she's a human with nanotechnology. How did she get it? Second, her nanogun is ridiculously rare. It's a replica of a Komato General preloader. It can charge and store its projectiles on demand instead of having to build them with a charge. It lets her fire whenever she wants without warning. It's really small too. The guns aren't easy to come by. So either supplied the anomaly with this copy or she stole it from me. No, actually, Doctor stole it from me. That was nice. Then rebooting, which is something I've mentioned a couple times. I figured out to reboot your own nanofield. Duck down and push C 4 times, followed by the Z key to connect to your own nanofield. Crack it, and then you should now regain all the points you've ever spent, but at the cost of all your stats, most of your ammo and nano weapons, and nearly all your health. And you won't get free health when upgrading health for the rest of the sector. This can be used to reconfigure or restructure your personal nanofield stats, but it nearly kills you. But it gives you invincibility frames. It's key to getting some secrets. It's pretty useful because you can just reset all of your levels you put in if you don't like them. Boom, that turned out like that. It was from Asha, to the death. Sounds charming. I suspect you've been reading our logbooks. I advise against taking on the army, because there may still be a slight chance you wouldn't be executed if you turned yourselves in. For making me the laughingstock of my own men and the shame of the army, you are beyond a mere bounty. We postponed the Alpha Strike to hunt you down. Don't think you'd hide for long. You are dead meat, little girl. If I cannot defeat you, I might as well die. I will not hold back. Unfortunately, we are not going to grant his dying wish. We are not going to fight him, and we are just going to leave him to stew in his own shame and disappointment at failing to kill us on that first time in Sector 5, when we were much lower level. Because you see, normally he's guarding one of the terminals that opens that blast corridor, which we need to open to progress. But we don't actually, we need to break the door. Note I didn't say. Note I don't need to open. You can't actually go through here, these doors are impossible. Well, that one isn't, but that one down there is. So you can't go over there yet. There's this guy here, just jump over him, and there's a lot of health, and down there is Asha. And this logbook's important, saying that Asha can dodge any attack in existence because he's trained so much. He can even dodge the nuke. I'm serious. The problem is, he actually will not dodge a shotgun or a buster gun, though. He seems to take bullets head-on as a sign of combat spirit and discipline. But anyway, I could go down here, but you know what? I'm not going to, because if you do, I'll have to fight him. And if I fight him, I'll have to kill him. If I kill him, I won't be able to defeat the whole point of this run in the first place. So, I'm not going to kill him. I'm not going to fight him. I'm not going to play his games anymore. I'm done. I'm done with this. And because I have the Velocithor, this can all be done just the push of the Z key. Push. You can just blow up the core like that instantly, and just walk casually right past Asha's room, and continue on to finish the level in order. Which is one of the most satisfying things in video game history, in my opinion. Justice Cop Crackers. Oh no, I like those guys. The criminals known by these nicknames, Cracksmaster, Nanobit Split, and Omnicracker, have been finally caught and brought to military law for illegal reverse engineering. The sentences vary from guard duty to prison and rehabilitation. High command says that let this be a warning of the crack culture and their attempts to undermine the Imperial Army's hard work. Well, that's a darn shame. Anyway, the General Exoskeleton. Interesting. The Adalian model was created solely for use by Komato Generals. Most of its armaments rely on unfocused large-scale attacks. There's trouble aiming at nearby units. Its most powerful weapon doubles as an accurate long-range attack, the Phantom Hammer. No general was yet to fall in battle piloting the Adalian, even though most of the attacks were repelled by a single reference reflector. None have survived long enough to attempt it. Even the legendary Hell 3, known for driving modified Hazen cruisers into service battles, fell to General Tor while defending Elend Suisse, one of the last Hazen homeworlds, where they probably should announce from. General Tor destroyed the cruiser's core and Hell 3 with the Phantom Hammer shot. Oh yeah, the Phantom Hammer? This is Tor's super weapon. I've never actually seen him use it because I'm awesome like that, but basically it's a one-hit kill. But you can dodge it. But it is a one-hit kill. It destroys any nano field, and it's kind of annoying. But the Komato set up defensive posts. We need to be prepared for a fight, or we can just do what I did in my Heavy Plays Easy video. Komato Annihilator. Kill. Seems fit. Ain't sparing anyone who trusts one of this mission. Our opponent is a single human, so get your butts over to your posts and kill her dead. I say she's the killer of our honor Diosa, and so does High Command. Do you mess with High Command? No. You don't mess with the Beaver, so get that human. If you're more afraid of her than of me, you're a traitor. It's time for that Komato to force and shoot. It's time for the Annihilator to force and choke the trooper just to show how awesome they are. Yeah, there's just so stupid like that. And whoa, plasma cannon bolt to the face, and it's annoying, just like a maze, unless you have high crack or strength, you can't get through there. But this Komato trooper actually coded the kill counter of the Annihilator's displays. Some people want to be dead for what happened, like it's my fault. I don't even know what the Annihilators will say when they find out the counter reverts to 0 after passing 1,000. The Osa reported the bug, but at least now she won't be telling anyone. That's pretty funny. That door is just trying to break down, but I can always do what I did in my Heavy Plays Easy video, and just secure this thing to walk right through the whole place without even having to worry about killing anyone. This is probably the most effective way to get through without taking damage. And you can actually kill these guys with the plasma cannon, but that wouldn't be kills, and that would be the whole point of this run. So I'm just doing exactly what I did in my video, just charging it right through here, parking it, and avoiding it, and then just strolling right through like a boss. So that's how I work. I work like a boss. I fight like a boss. I sleep like a boss. I jump around like an idiot like a boss. I get hit by shock sensors to the face like a boss. reflect shock splinters like a boss. I fail reflecting shock splinters like a boss. I jump up here like a boss. I pick up these weapons like a boss. And this gag's been going on for too long like a boss. And that was fun. My job sucks. When people say they hate their job, I ask them if they have to travel for hundreds of turns through dead space just to find and kill some Payson. What's the use of the army when the Payson are gone? They need people to guard you. You guess you'll be flying around guarding this planet from no one? That's right, people like me. This is what we'll be feeding Zentridon, or however you pronounce it, which is actually a term for doomsday, or technological destruction, which is actually something you're not supposed to be talking about, in cultural-wise, it's pretty funny, or interesting anyway. I wouldn't call it funny. Not much of this game can be called funny. Well, it is funny in sort of a six-year way of a lot of things. It's not terribly humorous, and this is actually a pretty high-level door, but fortunately, my crack's maxed out, so I can just crack this thing because it's got to get fixed too. I think there's a right-eye here past those jerks, and then use a turret. Oh, hello, Mr. Turret. Backstab you. Dodge that narrowly. Don't dodge that one because I felt like having my daily requirement of explosives in the face. Not getting thrown backward while getting big damage is something you get used to. You can actually tech it by pushing seats before you get hit, but I don't know. I never actually feel like doing that, and I hope I did not kill that guy. No, I did not. He just blew himself up right here. Oh my god. I got owned by... What's that? Oh, it's a Sky Smasher. They fire stuff along the ground. And they're agile, they have 400 ammo, and the shots are supposed to turret that they're shooting the crap out of each other. That's actually funny. Over here, there's a Annhilator, probably that same one mentioned in that logbook. Oh, we don't care. We don't care. And there's these two turrets right here. These are actually the strongest turrets in the game. They shoot rockets at you. Rocket turrets. There's a couple of those earlier. But not too many. Take that, big dumb jerk. Up here there are plasma cannon turrets. I've seen worse. Oh, and these are actually the strongest turrets we've seen up to this point. This is actually sort of annoying because they fire at like erratic rates, so if you don't want to take damage, you have to duck at smart times. And these last ones are quite possibly the most annoying, and they are the strongest turrets in the game hands down. MPFB turrets. They're just regular turrets, or MPFB shots weren't bad enough. No, MPFB turrets. God, that's annoying. But, well, anyway, that's pretty much it for this part of the section. And anyway, now we reach this restricted area. And what's that on the right? It looks so shiny. The Massacre. It uses their own armor as ammunition, and its power is unaffected by the attack stat. It does not count to your damage taken total. Weird. No, not weird. It's Anasoxy. I forgot to thank you for your help. It's because of your cracking we got anywhere near beating Yosa at all. The army won't take your death lightly, and whatever happens when we get to Tor can only make it worse. Still, you've got a strong mind. I'm with Tor, but if a mere human is enough to change him, perhaps I need to change as well, and leave the army. Don't worry about me, just do what you think is right. At any rate, if things go wrong and you need to put Tor in his place, that shotgun won't do you any good. I believe violence is a tool that should be used sparingly, but with utmost force. You understand this too, and you've survived the star without killing a single enemy, not even when the chance is right in front of you. I admire that in a person. Therefore, I have left you a Massacre, a weapon once used in Sirotako. Either way, this prototype is not as powerful as the real deal, but should suffice to keep the Komato General in check. Good luck, Anomaly. Yep, the Massacre is the best weapon in the game. It does 96 damage, but you can only use it on the final boss. And let's just say you really need it. Now, these audiobooks are really long, so I'm just going to scroll through them, and you can pause if you actually want to read it. So it seems Tor doesn't actually want to do this sort of thing. He's just been forced into it by everyone else. And this is a really, really long elevator right here. And now there's an awful lot of weapons here. And you probably will need them. Well, I won't because I have the Massacre, but normally you probably need them. I've got my Assimilate level 9. I won't be able to get really much higher because I'm just that much short of getting level 45. I'm seriously like 2 nano short of getting it. Let me just check here for a second. I'm seriously 2 nano short from getting level 45 and fully maxing out the simulate. Well, I could say this has been a pretty good run so far. It's been enjoyable. Strange door. The security door has a strange nanofield lock on it. It says it will only open if you've beaten the game at least once before. Yeah, if you beat... Unless you've beaten the game once before, the door will be locked. But it is unlocked now, and there's this. And this is dangerous. You need to look in these logbooks first. So basically... Anyway, normally the General Exoskeletons take time to achieve the full power of their weapons before being activated. When you do combat unprepared, their weapons will start out weak and gradually increase in power. However, in case of emergency, a mobile power core can be used to perform a maximum charge of the exoskeleton, upgrading all its weapons as soon as activated. We actually have a power core right here, but I doubt I'll have to use it. If you were to mess with that, it means Tor will be fully charged for battle, no punches held. Do not mess with that terminal, or once General Tor enters his exoskeleton, the power core raises weapons and defense to maximum power. But, because I have the massacre, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna charge Tor and fight him like that. And you gotta push it twice, and now Tor's on maximum charge, and he is a lot harder, even harder than he is on extreme mode. Which is like hard mode in case you were wondering. It's just called extreme mode because it's, you know, extreme and stuff. There's a couple weak doors and a message from Dan. This must be where the general is. Dan can't reach us out there, but we're on our own. Whatever you do to try not to get in a fight this time. But are you sure you know what's going on? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. We're ready. We're counting on you, but Komato have left, so I'm heading outside to meet up with you when you're done. Are you crazy? Come on, man. Hiding's worked so well so far. Hey, there's no reason for you to stay anyway, especially if things go wrong again. I believe in you, sis. Oh, that's so sweet. Don't worry, you make it just fine. You, if anything, should know how horrible this war is. You won't have any problems convincing the general of it. That's true. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about you. It's not exactly easy seeing you fight for your life either, you know. I need to get out of my mind before I go crazy. Go on, hurry to the general. I'll be waiting for you to return, okay? Well, okay, thanks. And take care. By the way, I saw through the cameras that the assassin who captured me before seems to have blown himself up. He looked really angry about something. Don't make the general do the same, okay? What? More things. Annhilator is dead. I won't talk about it. We just finished routing the colony. So taking the final step, blowing Batasian out of history, out of time and space. My feelings for this planet to be shaped by the public and Imperial Army? Then who am I to object? I may finally be ready to end this. And then there's this log by Assassin Asha, even though he's already dead because he blew himself up earlier.
Coward!
Off screen. I've been waiting to kill you or die trying, but
You
no,
disgust me.
no, you wouldn't give me the pleasure. Escaping life by your hands would be the only thing less shameful than returning without the bounty. My arm, my reputation, losing to a human,
This will be the last time you see
and
me.
now failing to kill you. I've become so stained it's far too late to cleanse myself. Give my regards to the general that will soon end your miserable, pathetic excuse for a life, snuffed out like the trillion others at the hands of Komato.
The outcome was
understand
never
me?
really in doubt.
You understand me? This planet will end. Everyone will die. Everyone. Death. Death.
I'll see you in hell, you handsome rogue.
That's grim. You again? Anasaxi? Seriously? Just here to pick up the audio log if he dies. Let's say I didn't come here to fight, but I'm gonna fight anyway because it's gonna happen anyway. What you argue this will turn out like Eos? Hey, it was your idea. There's nothing else I can do. I'm not gonna let you destroy the world. The general has neither time listening to someone calm and rational. Don't get too excited, E.G. About that, did you have to kill Yosa? Well, yeah, she felt like it. I knew it could cost my life. I did it because that woman was wrong. I'm just glad I got to do it myself. Yeah, you're really obsessed with this, is one way of saying it. I want to stop the development of weapons and the ideals behind them, but of course there's sacrifices. I admire your pacifism, but the ones who don't fight back are the easiest to crush. She's right. I gotta go. Do you have any more suggestions for convincing Tor? Simply arguing won't work. Tor doesn't care who pushes the buttons. He'll blame anyone but himself no matter what you're trying to plan to tell him. Well, that's good news. I didn't say it's hopeless. Your gun is a better weapon than your words here. That's better advice than telling you to lower your voice. I have no sympathies for your planet, but if you do manage to have your way, I suppose there is more to you than survival instinct. Don't wait around, E.G. I'd hate to see someone so stubborn die so young. Do you have anything to say if I poke you a couple times? Got it. Just checking to see, because a lot of times, like, Figures. That soldier sold me a malfunctioning translator, so now I'm babysitting a human with people poking issues. Might as well keep practicing this cool pose. Oh man, that's awesome. There's a lot of things like that. If you talk to people multiple times, they'll say something hilarious and funny and out of character. And Velocithor does it too, but I forgot to poke her in Sector 9. Oh well, you only live once, and now we are up on the rooftops, and we're about to have a nice little chat with General Tor. Hello, General. My name's E.G., and I'd like to have a word with you. Can you understand me? Well, logically, it can. All we ever Komato can, logically. What is this? A human walked my post asking to speak with me? Wait, you have to be... Yeah, I know I'm the anomaly, but there's something very important that... Oh, no, wait, we didn't kill Yosa. Let's explain. Come on, it was Anasaxi's idea. We didn't insult you or anything. What are you talking about? All the people I've tried to talk to have tried to kill me. That's true, that always happens. And besides, Yosa was backstabbed by Anasaxi. It was awesome. Preposterous. Yeah, I'd say about right. Preposterous. I'm here to fight you. All it was a peaceful discussion, so stop pointing your gun at me, which is as large as I am. Seriously, look at the thing. Of what? What do you think? We live here on this planet. We haven't hurt anyone except ourselves because we're all jerks. Well, some Batasian came and wasted most of our people, and now you think you can get away with killing the rest of us. Of course we can get away with it. Perhaps you're not aware of the only way to make sure Batasian are extinct is to... That's not right. You already know we're all gone. Not a single one left anywhere, even though we totally are, but... That's correct, but what? What do you have against us? You think the humans don't matter, that's just stupid. It's the same as reason you hunted Batasian, because we're not the same as you. You have no idea what you're talking about. What do you hope to accomplish by complaining to me about the errors of my people? Batasian were a lesser form of Komato, a society of outcasts and leeches. The Komato's hatred for them grew over so many star turns, and there was no stopping the war. The majority thought Batasian was inferior, and no matter what you say, you cannot stop such a massive force of strife once it began to spread. Our leaders in High Command were powerless. The army took the law into its own hands. So what you're saying is you didn't care if the Komato would rather wipe out Batasian than live in peace with them? You seem to think it's so easy, human. You think the handful of leaders of High Command who did seek a rational solution to the conflict could stop the ignorance of the masses? When the war broke out, anyone opposing the army would be killed. You honestly think we're so heartless as to wipe out a planet if it wasn't even necessary? Well, you can't blame me without first blaming the public and the army. But I thought the leaders and people were responsible for them. You keep talking like it's not your fault, when you're the one with the power. Power? The people outnumber the leaders. Do you expect us to just wish for intolerance array? We tried to end the conflict. Don't come here and tell me we didn't try. High Command did the right thing when going with the flow of the army, or else we'd be stuck in internal war. You just strut into my post and expect to know the answer to all of our problems when all you say has already been said. I'm sick of this conflict, and I'm sick of people like you. There was one good thing about the extinction of Batasian is that we'll find an end to the most pointless war I've ever seen. But Batasian are already dead. That'd be good enough for me, but it's not enough for the people. We have to finish what they've started. They couldn't care less about this planet either, no matter what I say. This is the only way. The Alpha Strike is just about to begin powering up. Once I've returned to lower orbit, one word from me will put an end to your suffering. I don't care what you say. I'll save the world if it takes my life. Save the world, is it? Fine. I will grant your death wish. Prove to me I am wrong. Prove to me just how strongly you believe in your words. In the meantime, enjoy the view. Oh no, it says glowy things from the opening cutscene! That's not good. No, stop charging the Alpha Strike! Too late, human. Tonight is the end of our blood-stained history. Saxton Hail! And then he summons his mech, which is made entirely out of polygons rendered in Game Maker. And now here's the final boss, Tor, on maximum charge mode. And his gun's like the size of a friggin' bus. And he has 8 health bars. 8 friggin' health bars. And all of his attacks are upgraded. He now has that double laser storm at the start of the fight. Unfortunately, I have the Massacre, which can do that, which is awesome and awesome and awesome. And makes the maximum charge fight so much easier. But he still got a lot of arse-kickingly difficult attacks, like that one, that Stomp Wave, and this Charge Laser, which you can just like back in and like in my Peppy video, which is still one of my better videos in my opinion. He doesn't drop as much health, but jump, dodge. Oh my god, that was pretty close actually. The Massacre literally rapes through his health. He's the only enemy you can actually use it on, but The attacks are like hard to dodge. He like fills the whole screen with bullets. Literally, look at that. Look at that. Fortunately, you should probably have your health upgraded to 10 by this point, so you can take a few hits. That spread devastator shot is actually one of his more difficult attacks in his maximum charge, as it just is so fast and does so much damage. But the Massacre has such a high damage output, it makes the maximum charge mode of Tor quite a bit easier. But that's what you expect. It's totally worth doing the 0 kills just to get this gun, and also for the semantic reasons, in my opinion. And if you get hit by one of his attacks, he will actually use that same attack more often. True story. And if you dodge one of his attacks, he'll use it less often. See, he can do that shock blade again. He's got a specific pattern of tier 1 and tier 2 attacks before he jumps in the background and uses the level 3 attack. But first he'll charge up one of those charge shots. If he gets 3 charge shots, he uses the Phantom Hammer if he's full on health, and the Nano Storm if he's low on health. I've never actually had him successfully use the Phantom Hammer because I always get his health down too much first. Ow. It's an amazingly fun fight. It gets somewhat simple if you've done it before, but the first time you do it, oh man, you're probably gonna die, and it's going to be so awesome. There's nothing like doing this fight for the first time. Oh crap, and he also shoots out Sky Smashers, which you can just take down in one hit with the muscle. So it's not a terribly huge deal, and oh, that's the spread devastator. It goes so fast you have good luck dodging that. I'm maximum charge mode. Normally it goes so much slower, and oh darn, just too late to do that because I got interrupted by real life requirement. Basically, my annoying little sister. But seriously, they came in there and like tried to ask me some sort of math problem, like I'm some sort of genius, and whoa! How? Like, you can't even bother dodging a lot of stuff. But it's still a great boss fight. Don't get me wrong, it's still a lot of fun, it's still plenty challenging, it's still just a great way to end a great game. You should drop more health in that charge. If you get hit here, that health's gonna go down no matter pretty much what you do. Dodge that. Blow that up. Dodge that spread devastator. Can't dodge all those. Just go too fast and oh my god, that whole rockets, they're just like everywhere. And that shotgun goes much faster on maximum charge mode as well. But fortunately, with the Massacre, maximum charge mode isn't quite so hard, because you can do so much damage. Kaboom. You can actually get 3 Massacre shots off here and switch to the weapon. That's nice. Boom! Man. That was actually a bit close. I was sort of low on health, but I took the final boss down anyway. Yeah, he's actually quite challenged the first time around, but he's not the hardest final boss, but he is one of the most epically awesome because of that laser. Just because of that laser attack, and that death animation, which lags pretty much any computer you're on intentionally. Or it just might be the game slowing down on purpose, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's cool, and those shard particle effects are really cool too. And then boom, we like open this huge floor in the sector right here. We burst through the roof. That weapon! How? No one outside of Imperial Research should even know it exists. And he only says this if he uses the Massacre on him. Mercy! Have mercy on me! Well, that's sort of depressing, man. That's the end of Sector X right there. I know you don't get to save because this is the end of the game. Mercy? You surrender? I guess so. I won't die by the hands of a human. You should have thought of that before you tried to fight me. Don't think I'm weak just because I'm a human. Now will you listen to me? You're true, you're not much of a warrior, but your will is so strong it doesn't seem to matter. But again, it'd kill my honor Diosa. I told you it wasn't me! Whatever, look, the Tazen are dead. All you gotta do is shove a report of their extinction to your army and they'll believe you, right? It's not that simple. The report is already official, but there's still a chance of survivors. No, there isn't. Anyone can understand that Tazen never had a chance against the kind of force he brought down here. Don't you think it's meaningless to Alpha Strike this place? If we don't, what would the people think? They and the Tazen are the reason for the war in the first place. I'll tell you what the humans would think. We'd be grateful. And then his eye actually opens. You can see it in the back behind his helmet. Human, you are special. Your nanotechnology must have been given to you by Batason. We have no reason to believe the rest of your kind don't have the same potential. No, Batason didn't. Some people did this to me by reverse engineering Batason stuff. They had nothing to do with it. And why did they help us after Alpha striking us? Logically. Just a theory I'd heard. I don't personally believe it, but High Command likely does. They're about afraid of the Imperial Army to have any reason to strike this place. If I defy them now, I can't tell what will happen to Origin. The fleet that was sent here is but a fraction of the army. I may be in charge of this particular attack force, but I'm only one of the many generals in the big picture. But then, if at least you're the leader of this fleet, if they won't listen to you, how can you be the leader if they don't listen to you? General Tor. Respond, General Tor. Kiran, what is it? The strike is almost ready. Why haven't you returned yet? I've been caught up in some personal business on ground level. What's the strike time? Which is actually interesting. He could have just left at any point. He just fought you out of honor. He could have just left and let the Alpha Strike finish you off, but no, that's actually pretty nice of him. Half a cycle. We better get up here quick. Hold on, it's now a quarter cycle, so abort whatever you're doing and head up here right now. Kiran, wait. I have a message for the fleet. What is it? We're heading home. The Komato's business with Origin is done. We did it. Saved the world. Or whatever's left of it. You heard me loud and clear. Abort the Alpha Strike. We won. It's awesome. General, are you out of your mind? What about Batason? What about the anomaly? Her nanogun? Don't make me repeat myself, Kiran. Batason are gone. The Komato will never again touch this planet. We don't need another civilization or conscience. Sorry. We're returning home and the mission will report a success, because that's what it is. Is that perfectly clear? Yes, General. Understood. There's always been reason behind your decisions, and I'm sure you're right this time, too. We'll never bother Origin again. Good. And as for the anomaly, consider her dead. And Kiran, I may not return. What do you mean, General? I have made a personal decision. I entrust the fleet to you and that you will report a full success. I see. I'll make sure to follow your orders down to the last word, General. It's been an honor to know you. Thank you. Take care. End transmission. Human, don't thank me yet. You must have seen the acid rain outside, the landscape blasted asunder. This is an Alpha-struck planet, rebuilding it may be impossible. I spared you for two reasons. If Origin survives, consider it a gift for being the first ever stand-up to the army. Secondly, your mindset, that needed pacifism that should have gotten you killed by now. Somehow I admire it. Yet if the planet dies, it will be for nothing. That's what's likely to happen. You think we'll all die? You spared us even though that's what you think will happen? No, to give you a chance, but that one chance is all you get. How many of your kind survive here? How much of a natural life remains? Not a whole lot, I think. Don't really know exactly. Then I assume you don't have a home to return to? No. I see. You're a rare individual. Like Iosa, I can feel your inner workings just by listening to your words, and I can't stand it. As you probably guessed, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of living with the knowledge of having killed more people than I can count, and I take full responsibility for what's happened to Origin. Iosa's dead, and the Batason are gone. I don't believe in your future, so I don't want to live to see Origin die. And if you can't return home, then neither shall I. I have to say, that's a pretty darn tragic, sad way to end. That's one of the best villains ever. Because, in a way, he's not really a villain at all. And then cue the ending sequence, which is actually really well done and everything. This music further was not actually created for the game, it was just a cover made. This cover was made for the game though. But, I don't know, it's still an awesome ending. And because I saved Dan, you actually meet up with him during the ending. And because I'm also a pacifist, there's a couple changes near the end of the ending, which I won't mention, which you'll see later. And these are actually pretty nice credits, and I only watched them through when I first played through. But I'll be recording all of them again, just in this one video, because, you know, I feel like it. And then on that clip, which is totally the same one in Castlevania, yeah, see, look at it, all the Komato ships fly out. That same clip from, like, Castlevania Mega Man X, and most other games with endings with clips in them, only Castlevania's been blown up. Or Cygnus Castle, whatever you want to call it. And this is pretty awesome. Game design, script, programming, graphics, sound effects, and voice editing all done by Daniel Remar. this man is like a one-man game designing army. He's a really good guy, considering he made this game over the course of like 4 years of initial development and 2 years of extra work to make this current version. The actual soundtrack, most of it was made by Chris Gehan and Dan Byrne-Bacallo. The boss theme was specifically made by Tom Morrison. Hero 3D theme Hero was written by Machine Ace Supremacy and covered by Captain Goodnight. And the ending actually shows all the major plot characters who ended up dying, which is pretty darn sad. The ending theme further was written by V&V Nation and covered and performed by Life Force. I think that's, I'm pretty sure that's General Tor. Darn shame. Voice acting for EG was done by Asha. That's Asha, he blew himself up off screen. Komato General Tor, the Komato Annihilator, and the Komato Beast were all done by Eric Strogasan, because he has an awesomely deep voice. The Annihilator Yosa, the Tazen Elite, and the Komato Assassins were done by Annette Nielsen. Crazy Yosa. Assassin Asha was done by Ola Holmdahl. Assassin Asaxi actually had 3 voice actresses, Camelia Deluxe, Lisa Lenkel, and Louise Stigall, to have the voice to make some sound effects. Because that's sort of cool. Dan and the Komato Trooper, Henrik Egström, because Dan actually has a couple of voice effects at some point. And Tor, Bresson. Komato Berserker, Monka Mishka, the Tazen Commander, Miguel Malvarte, the Tazen Soldier, Brigitte Johansson, and the Tazen Scout, with his baseball bat and his Mad Milk, Johannes Helgeson. And I'm sorry for all of you for butchering the names, I just can't not pronounce stuff words correct. Testing from 2005 All-Time Mortal community, 2005 Maosu community, and the EO community. Great people, all of them. I really don't know who these communities are, so apologies. In-depth testing, which this game shows a lot of anyway. It's really well balanced. The plants going back, that's nice. Anders Devalis, Annette Nielsen, Anton Grundval, Audrek Bag, it's like the best name ever, Bag. Bayoran, Vera, Cactus, Chevy Ray, Chris Lavalette, Eric Strogasan, Urasha Boras, Hendrik Engstrom, Linus Nordgren, Ola Holmdahl. It's a nice tree right there. Oscar Alden, Pondwater, Really Joel, one of Danny Renar's best friends, and Really Joel's dad is like almost as good as Saxon Hale at video games. Shreshpog, Thomas Elspon. Special thanks to Bayoran, whoever that is, Blundered 3D, for making the models which are rotoscope sprites. There's kids playing on top of the Annihilator skeleton, that's pretty cool. Mark Overmars, Trollus, don't know who those people are, and the gamer community, I do know who that is. They made Game Mix, which is games done in copyright Remar Games 2004-2010. And the main game was developed 2004-2008, but the updates were done from 8 to 10. And this shot actually turns back into color if you got a completely pacifist run, which is pretty nice. And you also don't see kids playing with military equipment in the ending, which is nice. And the city doesn't have walls around it either. So it's a small change to the ending, but I don't know. I think that if you save the end and do a pacifist run, I think it makes the best good ending. And if you didn't kill anyone to get a massacre, then that's even better. So that was the end of my completely pacifist run of EG. It's a great game, definitely recommend I play it. It's free, so pretty much all you need to do is sink a couple hours into it. This one was a bit longer than normal because I read everything and there was some pausing. So I took too much damage, I got innocent kills, and I actually did pretty good as far as cracking goes. But I did take way too much damage because I always take way too much damage. Thanks for playing, I push escape to return to the main menu. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. This has been EG. Yeah, I'm Mario Potter, and I'll see you all next time. I don't know what I'm going to do next. Which game am I going to do next? Actually, leave your comments on what game I should do next, if you actually have an idea. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and next time you decide what I'm going to get to do. As long as it's not going to take up too much time. I'll take it into consideration if you leave a comment. Drop me a line. Write me a message. Put something on my channel on this video. I don't care. I just you decide. You make a suggestion, and I'll see if I can do it or not. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. This is Mario Potter, signing off. Good night, everybody.